What is going on, everybody? Right now, I am prepping for my trip to Catalina Island. Quick day trip. I'm just literally driving down to Los Angeles, staying in my buddy's Sprinter van, waking up super early, trying to get to the islands as early as possible. Probably fishing till about noon or 1 on Thursday. The weather looks good until about noon or 1, and then it's going to get rough, so we're going to probably leave at the latest at noon. So it's literally driving 14 hours to fish for like 8 hours. But right now I am prepping some clouser patterns. These are a little small for what we're going with, but I'm going to tie a couple in a bigger size with a stronger hook and hopefully get some fish on it. But I'm going to tie just a quick clouser minnow, and hopefully that exact fly that I tie, I catch something on at some point. But yeah, I'm going to get started and I'll show you guys. Alright, so there's a saying in saltwater fly fishing that states, if it ain't chartreuse, it ain't no use. So we're going to start with a traditional clouser pattern. So I couldn't find any good saltwater hooks, like a long shank saltwater hook for these clousers. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tie them on these octopus hooks. It's a shorter hook, but I can still tie the fly pretty long. And ideally, this is going to still look and swim the way that I'm hoping. This vise is insane. It can hold literally any hook size. So we'll go right there. This is going to be a clouser eye on the bottom, and then we're going to work our way up to that. So, kind of a quick traditional pattern. Nothing crazy here. Nothing out of the ordinary, at least with the way I tie it. That was an absolute failure of a break, because this is UNI big fly, or what is this, uni? Something big fly thread. I think it's UNI. And super strong stuff. You want something that you can kind of build a nice little body with. At least a bulky head, I should say, because this is what I'm going to bud my eyes against. Right, so I'm going to have a nice little bulb here, and then I'm going to just tie a little bit back here just so there's some material. Okay, so I'm going to take a pair of large barbell eyes. These I'm probably going to go chartreuse on. So yeah, there's some chartreuse eyes there. So I'm going to take these, and these are going to butt up against this nice little lump that I just put here, like so. And they should stay pretty nicely there. Those might be a little far back, but whatever. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, I gotta put those in the right place. I'm gonna take some of my super glue and get a nice dab of glue on here, just to make sure that everything holds nicely. Okay, so this fly's gonna swim inverted like so. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tie my white on the bottom, and then I'm gonna tie my chartreuse on the top. So enter the world's stinkiest fly tying material, bucktail. And you don't need a ton of this stuff. You want it to be pretty lean so that it sinks really quickly. Like so. I'm gonna take this, we're gonna kind of pull some of our asymmetrical hairs, and I'm now pulling these short fibers here. And what I'm going to do, my buddy told me 5 inches, so we'll go right about there. Pull some of the top of the hook. Okay. Perfect. And then I'm going to wrap these down. And I'll actually put them over the eyes, just for the sake of it being pretty, like that. I'll tie that in, and I'll break these off. Okay, so there's my bottom of the fly. I'm going to take some chartreuse, bucktail. This is also stinky, so that's that. Take a nice long fiber. Here's a nice long fiber here. Again, doesn't have to be a ton of material. We want this to be lean so that it sinks quickly. So again, same thing. I'm going to pull a couple of my asymmetrical hairs. Clear those bottom fibers there. And now when I tie this in, make sure these are even around this hook, like so. Just be on this. It's like right here. Perfect. Just like so. Is it the world's prettiest clouser minnow? No. Will it still catch a big ass calico bass? No. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it probably will. I'll finish it there. And then a nice tight whip finish to really lock that in. And then a little bit of glue, if it will come out, which it won't. And now we are indestructible completely. That might be a little big on the head. As you can see, it's a little too far back. Next one will be prettier, but I already told you I'm going to catch one on this ugly one. So now I got to catch one on this ugly one. But that'll still catch clousers. That'll still catch fish. That's only about 3.5, 4 inches probably. So the next one I might max out my materials a little more, but that'll still get them. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to keep tying flies. I will see you guys in the morning. I'm not waking up early. I'm going to start driving down around noon tomorrow. But let's get to that point, and then I'll kind of show you what I'm bringing with me. And yeah, so let's go. All right, what is going on, you guys? It is day 2 now. I finished tying flies yesterday. Got kind of a good little assortment here. Kind of just your traditional stuff. So like that is a sardine colored clouser minnow. And you have your classic white and chartreuse clouser minnow right there. Got hard to beat it. And then I tied a couple little, kind of just some flashier sculpin patterns that are nice looking. Little chartreuse on the bottom, olive or brown over olive over chartreuse. Kind of an interesting fly. But so got my flies all tied up, good to go there. I'm gonna be fishing a 10-foot 7 weight. This is my Douglas LRS. This butt switches, right? So this is what I've been guiding with at Pyramid with 4-inch fighting butt. I switch it to the 2-inch fighting butt. Super convenient that you can do that. This is a little lightweight for what we have going on here. I'm going to end up having to fight fish a lot deeper in the rod. So instead of having the rod tip high, I'm going to have the rod tip a little bit lower and essentially fight fish in the butt of the rod as opposed to the tip of the rod. The higher the rod tip, the more you activate the rod tip. It protects tippet and it protects barbless flies. It's important. But with this kind of stuff, we're cranking into fish and they're going to be big and they're going to be strong and they're going to be pissed. So I'm going to fight them pretty deep. So like my rod tip's not going to be much higher than like this. And I'm going to let it bend really, really deep. That way I can protect the rod. But this is a little less than ideal. I have an 8-weight glass rod, but I don't want to fish that right now. And I don't have anything heavier than that. So I'm going to probably end up getting a 10 weight if I do end up doing this often. But yeah, so that's where we're at with this. I did end up just switching over this reel to 50-pound backing. When you're going to salt, make sure your gear is good. I checked my knots; they all broke on the backing end at least. So I redid all those knots. This has been sitting for 2 years, gotten wet a couple different times. But got that all switched up. 50-pound backing on here instead of 30 pounds, so it's nice and strong. We're gonna be fishing 25-pound fluoro on this, so we can get stuff out of the kelp. But important to have stuff that has a heavy drag that is actually going to be able to stop fish and not break and lose your whole fly line. But I think that's kind of all we need to go over here. I'm going to bring my little camp stove. I'm going to bring a sleeping bag just in case, and a pad just because I'm going to sleep on the floor in my buddy's Sprinter van. But we're going to Catalina. I'm driving down today. We're going tomorrow morning. So let's get on the drive down there. And yeah, I'll see you guys there. lakes that exists. Crowley Lake, baby. It's where I grew up fishing. It's where I love being with my friends and family. And it's just overall really, really, really cool lake. If you have a chance to go look at it, you definitely should. Alright, so first gas stop has commenced. Now, I'm in Bishop right now, so I still got a solid 5 hours, 4.5 hours to get out of here. I'm gonna get here pretty late, but we got an early morning tomorrow, so let's get to Los Angeles. Alright guys, it is the morning. I slept in this freaking sick Sprinter van. My buddy James's house is literally right there. But, it's 4 in the morning. 4:15 actually. We're taking the boat over to Catalina today. I'm so tired. I got here at like 11 or so. Hung out for a little bit, talked to James, and ended up going to bed at like midnight. 4 hours sleep is not ideal, especially because I'm driving home today. But yeah, we're gonna make the best of it. We're gonna go hard. We're gonna try and catch some fish. Went to 2 grocery stores yesterday that were closed early, so I had to go to a third. Got what I needed to make some tacos. So hopefully we catch some fish and can fillet those babies up and are good to go. So I'm gonna get the rest of this packed up and we're gonna head out of here. All right, gang, we have arrived. Los Angeles is so weird. Like, I feel like you drive 45 minutes going 80 miles an hour to get anywhere. So we were in Irvine. Now we're down in Long Beach, launching from here. Gonna meet up with Matt. He's somewhere around here. I don't know where. I just followed James. I'm just here so I don't get sued. Let's say hey to James real quick. This is James. Say what's up, James. This is my lovely, humble abode that I stayed in today. Freaking sweet Sprinter van. So James, Al, and Matt all came out, and I guided them at Pyramid last March, right? Yeah. And so Matt was talking about coming down here and fishing, so here we are. We're fishing. I think we're just going to go meet up with him. I'm trying to decide what to do food-wise. I have all this stuff, but do we have room in the boat for me to bring, like... I don't think there's that much room, is there?
There's some hatches. Well, what are you trying to bring?
Well, I was going to bring, like, a stove. I have, like, a camp stove. Or we just catch it there and then drive back here and eat it here.
I think
That probably makes more sense. Unless we catch a yellowtail, I'll bring my knife kit and a cutting board, so we're gonna have some hamachi on the boat. But all right, we're gonna meet up with Matt and get this show on the road. Dude, we've been bamboozled. James doesn't even wear glasses, and he's got glasses on right now. Matt's finally arrived after way too long. We've been waiting here. I took a nice morning. How do I say this politely? I used the little boys' room.
Oh, did you?
That sounds way bad. I used the adult room.
Where'd you go?
There's a bathroom right there.
Oh, it was open?
Yeah. It had a red light on it. Opened right up.
It's usually locked.
Well,
Last time I came,
I was able to use it.
Mother, I forgot my glasses in the car. God. Parked me all the way back here.
I guess you're lucky they plugged you in though. I clipped to the hole.
Let's do it.
Whoa, I just saw
A lot of baby.
Look at this, dude. This doesn't fucking prove
Dude, what do you think? Squid or start with a white and chartreuse clouser? You haven't caught a single fish on the fly, so I don't know why I'm asking you.
I mean,
Out here.
we never really do it though. How often do we fish on the flight? Like zero, right? Like zero cast. Like look.
You think squid?
I would say squid, but you know, because we're probably gonna be doing like bait fish patterns anyway. So.
Okay. If you guys crush on them, then whatever. I'll switch.
bad news. It called for 0 swell basically, or there's a little bit, but it's supposed to be glassy. It's supposed to be nice drive out there, super quick. As you can see, I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there is, what would you call this? Like this is probably like a good 4 foot swell.
It's about 3.5.
3.5, 4 foot.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's rolling a lot more than is ideal. We're on a nice high point. We're actually just gonna stick along the coast here and not go to Catalina just because of how gnarly it actually is. So I'm already rigged up, so sorry nerds, I'm gonna catch a fish. James is not feeling the best.
The only thing I would wonder is how they
Fish on. Fish on.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Go.
Nice. I don't know. Something. Anything's a good one. Yeah. Well, calico. That's fine. Hell yeah, baby. He's not 14.
Check it, there's a ruler right behind you. You can see at least how close you are. I'm gonna guess
13, 12? Yeah, 13 and a half. Hey, buddy. Hey. Fish on the fly. First fly caught calico on your boat ever. before you guys got him on the conventional. Did he whack that so hard? It was just sinking. And I started stripping and it just goes, whoa! I was like, oh. Oh, baby. Daddy's on a calico, baby. Another one. He's actually pretty thick. Nice.
he is thick, but he's probably
He's a fat boy. Dude, they're eating it on the fall. I haven't even hooked one while I'm stripping yet. Hey, buddy.
gonna be a lot more calm.
Okay.
But I never fish the front side for that reason because way less like active
Oh, shit.
caller.
No, eater.
Shit.
Bro, anyone want some bait?
Dude, swear, dude, that pattern.
All right, second species. I'm a bad bitch. Straight up. Yeah. That's a rock or something. Bye, squid. Okay.
Dolphins.
Are they dolphin?
Yeah.
It's dolphins? Ah. You think there's anything else though?
No, these birds, trust me, just because of dolphins don't mean there's other fish.
Right.
For sure.
Dude, that wasn't a dolphin. That was. Are they all dolphins, you think? That we're seeing at least?
Yeah, but
Oh.
They're feeding on something.
Yeah, they're eating something. Oh my gosh. This is so nuts. Dude, there are dolphins everywhere coming up all over the place. This is so nuts. Oh, right there. Dude, they're eating something.
I saw them smashing bait out of the water.
Holy cow. This is gnarly. Give me an open water yellowtail, dude. Holy shit. This is so dope. I've never even been remotely this close to dolphins.
They'll right along the side of the boat the whole way.
That's so nuts. This is nuts. Peter has entered the chat. I thought you were puking.
No,
That's my bad. We could vertically jig. New spot. Fishing. Been kind of slow, but we got those 2 calico to start. We're doing spots in here. Is that the goal?
Spotties, yeah.
Spotties in here, and then we're gonna just keep hopping around, look for fish. If we catch some fish that we can keep, cool. These all have to be at least 14 inches, which is kind of hard to do unless you're fishing calicos. And then if we don't get anything there, we might zip out, buy some frozen squid, try and get a couple rockfish just that we can have for tacos. But gonna get after it, try and get another one on the fly. Okay. Oh, dude, I can't unsee you. Should I go on the inside of this?
Yeah, that's where they're at.
No one's gonna come after me?
No.
I guess everything's closed. You got one? Yeah, buddy. Is it a spot or is it a calico? Huh? Oh, that's a good fish, dude. He's seen, bro.
Cool fish. Nice. It's probably about 17 inch.
All right, James on a fish. I got pliers right here too if you need them.
What?
Yeah, buddy.
That's not.
Sick fish.
Yeah.
No, he's not. That fish is probably 14. Dude, that was bigger than the calico I caught that I measured at 13. Go, James, go! James is trying to reel. He's trying to reel in a deep diving crankbait at 10 miles an hour. Let's see it. You can do it, dude. You can do it. Yeah.
Wicked tuna,
Oh my God. Crank that drag down, baby.
Gotta get the drag.
What that feels like. Jesus.
Hit it. Get him on the boat. Dude, you're still in the braid. Oh, no, I see coral.
Got it. Hilarious. That legit killed me, dude.
Feels like a fucking...
Oh, there you go. Yep. Short and fat, baby, but a fish. Nice. Thanks, buddy. Hey, yeah, I'm stoked. That cast, dude, went in between the triangle. Oh, all right, gang. I just came up to the truck, put some stuff away. You know, wasn't the best fishing. Obviously, we worked for them, but got a couple calicos on the fly. I actually caught the most the most calicos at least out of the crew, which is sick. So got a couple calicos on the fly, one mackerel. Really, not much else though. We caught a couple Matt caught a nice sand bass, but pretty slow as far as fishing was concerned, but the forecast was just not even remotely accurate. So we got out there, and I haven't really explained this yet. We got out there, and it was supposed to be glass, 3-foot swells with 25, 30 feet apart, and it was on us, big stuff. Well, James got seasick immediately. Fortunately, I didn't get seasick right away. I'm not necessarily prone to getting seasick, but I was getting close at the end of the day. But, we had to stay close, fished hard, made it work, ended up catching some fish, so really can't complain. Calicos and all those fish, you have to be over 14 inches to keep. So we didn't catch anything that we wanted to keep that was in that range. So no catch and cook today, but it was still fun being down here, fun fishing, and I appreciate you guys for coming along. See you guys next time.